Video number 13. So far, we have covered all the main key options from terminal sales to touch settings. Even in the touch setting, we have already discussed about terminals and terminal settings. If you have already watched the previous videos, you may have an idea about what are those and also the locations. And we have already discussed about the keyboards, so kind of stuff. And also when we discuss about the keyboards, I have already discussed about the printer settings, especially when we do the group and category settings. So today we're gonna discuss some more uh, features from the printer settings. So if you go for the peripherals, you can see they have given us some filters to search. For example, if you want to search a receipt printer, kitchen printer, or order printer, so they are in here: kitchen printer, order printer. And also you can search for the locations, uh, which is the location you want to look for. So normally we need these filters when we have a lot of uh, outlets and when we have put a lot of locations to here. For example, we have add the filter to apply, uh, show us 50 first 50 locations, and we have less than that, so it's already here. And from the uh, footer, you can see there's a button to add a location, and also you can copy location, and you can do editing and for the save. And from here you can import a XML file from this, or you can export a XML file uh, for any selected location printer. And also this on for the delete any location, and these are for the printer commands. So the size, for the length and width, to adjust those stuff. uh, Let me show you how we gonna add one here. So for example, I'm gonna add a kitchen printer, and from here you can type uh, the location, like what kind of a description you want to put over there. And you can either type from your keyboard, or you can select the keyboard from here. For now, I'll just keep the same name, and then I put down, and then you can select OK. So once you select OK, it will give you this location. And also, either even you can, if you go for any others, you can get the same one. So I will show you how to do in the brand new one. So from here, when you go to there, you can see the categories. I already show you how we have triggered the categories. So these are the categories we have already created, and you can, same as the families, you can add all of them to the trigger items, or otherwise you can add one by one. For example, I'm going to add KB and entrees to here. And if you want to add one more, so you can add one more, or same as you can, if you want to remove one of them, so you can just select it and then add here. Or if you want to add all together, you can add all together. And once you trigger them, then these are the one we can print from this printer, and select OK. And then for the go to the header and footer. So here you can either give your commands and type how you want to create the header and footer, or otherwise you can give a default. You can fill it default. So once you fill, uh, press that button, you can get this top-up message. So it will be overwrite all the previous ones. So as we don't have any previous one, I'm selecting yes. But if you already have previous the selected items, and then just be careful, because it will be replace from this. And so once you add this, they have already created a default one for us for alignments and everything. And let's say, for example, if you want to add something else as well, uh, for here I'm going to show you how we do select a order type, uh, maybe a takeaway or dining. So if you want to add something like that, just go here and then you can select the order type. So go for the, you can either do it from first you can get the printer command, and then uh, you can uh, give how we want the alignments. So I'm going with the double height, and maybe if you want to select any colors, so I'm going to put color on, and then I would like to give the red color for that one to make it specific. So I'll give these commands. And also if you go for the variables, we can, they have already given many features we can add. For example, if you want to add the clerk name to here or the table number, any document numbers, and yeah, the customer details. So if you want to insert table details, or so as I said, I'm going to insert the order type here. So I go for the orders. So let's do the order type. And then once you give all these details here, you can press done. So then it will be saved. So how we, what we have give is we want to give a double height, so it will be bigger size, and you have put the color on, and then you have get the red color to print it, and then it will be more specific, because the rest of stuff will be doing black color, and this one will show you on red color. And you have give the order type to here. And so once you're done it, then you have to, you can save it. And then what you have to do is you can go to the keyboard, and then even here I have already done one of them, so I will show you how we do it. So once you go here, you can get a function key. So this takeaway function key is uh, item 19. So you just go from here, just go and select. If you have remember on our second video, we show, second or third video, we have show how to add a button to here. So on that time we done the product button, but this time we're going to do the function key. So once you give the function key, same as how you add the buttons, just select here, and then they have give the already pre-made uh, function types, and then you can just type function type 19, and then it will give us, that's the order type, and then select that one. And then you can uh, type it here as takeaway. And then what you have to do is go to more settings, and then select whether you want to keep it takeaway or eating or delivery, whatever you want to print there. So as we want takeaway, I'm just takeaway here, and then just okay. Once you give a once you save all of these, and then uh, it's a little bit laggy because I'm doing the video, and then give a full update for the terminal. So we done for the Sandwood, so you can give the terminal update to Sandwood as I show you our previous videos. And then that's how we do set up printers, and how to do the commands and make a specific buttons in the terminals as well. And one more thing probably I have missed to show you is let's go for the same one we have created. So in here you can select the graphical settings, and then so if you go without graphics and you go for the same one I show you before, and if you select the graphical setting, and then you can go to here, and then you can edit the header and footer. You can add same features here. Or others, so you can add the footers. Maybe I'm just giving one of them, and then from these key buttons you can select either you want top or bottom, or you can adjust them left or right. And also these buttons are for you to select whether you want which color you want. So it will be the same things we done from the command from the uh, previously, but this one is like more easy. Another option they have already give us, so you can either use these ones as well. And for the kitchen details, they have already set a list of products, and then you can either change the font size or the colors. See, so it was black color before, and then I just giving it to red color now, so something like that. Or otherwise you can uh, do the alignments where you wanna put top or bottom, so you can move around. So, and also you can change the language as well. And yeah, so that's all about peripherals and the printer settings. I hope you got an idea, and then this video help you to get an idea about this. Thanks for watching.